The Directorate for Combating Organized Crime and Terrorism has launched an investigation on the issue of illegal timber transactions, and that involved a number of companies, including yours. Several of your sites were raided. Can you tell me what is the quality of the company itself under this investigation, and is it actually qualified as a suspect?
Yeah, the company, to our knowledge, is not under investigation for illegal timber transactions. We are, of course, most interested in shedding light on anything that might be confusing. HS Timber is cooperating with the Romanian authorities and fully support their efforts. Our clear goal is to support the Romanian authorities in their fight against the illegal logging phenomenon.
So what is the investigation about, and how do you qualify?
The investigation is in progress, so that's what I can say in this moment about this investigation.
HS Timber Group has taken quite big steps to strengthen the security of its supply chain, because that is where the problem lies, obviously. Can you actually be 100% sure that none of the wood that you purchase is illegally logged?
HS Timber Group introduced an extensive action plan for a sustainable and secure supply chain already in January 2017. As the company does not harvest any wood itself, but only buys from verified and authorized suppliers, the aim is to ensure that only legally harvested wood enters the mills. Moreover, we have made a voluntary commitment not to process any wood originating from national parks, and I think we are the only company doing that, including areas of national parks, the buffer zones, where harvesting is explicitly allowed by the law. HS Timber Group has invested over 1 million euros in the security architecture, which is constantly improving in close consultation with all shareholders or stakeholders. I think we have the most complex due diligence system, and it is effective both for wood deliveries from the place of harvesting to the mills, as well as for wood that is transported from log yards and delivered to the company's mills.
But still, how can you make sure that the suppliers are not forging documents or anything like that? So one of the methods is the so-called adding method, of cutting more wood than allowed. I mean, how can you monitor?
As I said, our efforts in the due diligence systems is it's not only limited to the tracking of the timber. That's definitely one of the biggest steps a company can do, and definitely what we are doing is, and our goal is to participate in any efforts of authorities and our own efforts to secure the supply. I can say that our efforts, I think, were appreciated by a lot of international organisms, and I think they were proved to be successful in most of the cases. And I can tell you that whenever there were any kind of frauds or any kind of suspicions of fraud identified by ourselves, we quit relations with these suppliers. So actually, I can guarantee that 100% of our wood is checked and by our due diligence and our colleagues in this system.
Yes, the European timber regulation has approved your due diligence system, which is a procedure in place to minimize risk of placing illegally harvested wood or products containing illegally harvested wood on the market. But when we say the risk can be minimized, can it be suppressed?
Yes, I can tell you that the efforts we were doing are absolutely state-of-the-art, and I think that everything that we did is more than compliance with any laws in place in this moment. And I would like that authorities and other people should do at least what we are doing, and then I'm sure that this phenomenon will disappear completely.
So this indeed is, pointing to the political responsibilities, and a lot of people we have met have been pointing to that themselves. We've had testimonies, and there have been many testimonies from employees or former employees of the Forest Authority, for instance, who have pointed their fingers to their authorities. So can you avoid working with such authorities, namely Romsilva?
Yeah, I'm sure that authorities are doing their best, and I'm very much confident that authorities will cope with this phenomena and will finally do the right improvements of the legal legislations or any other necessary things to be done.
Your company is a very large exporter of wood to not only the European market, but amongst others. Several of your clients have stopped working with HS Timber Group. So are they ready to resume work since you've taken those steps to secure the supply chain, or have you still got difficulties in recovering those ties?
I can tell you that most of our customers, I can talk about the largest customers, but not only them, were invited, and they came and they have seen our due diligence system. And definitely they not only appreciated, but they were they have seen one of the most state-of-the-art due diligence systems existing in Europe today. So this is our proof for what we do and about our policies and about our strategy in this respect.
The group lost its Forest Stewardship Council certification in 2017. So why have you not recovered it yet? It's 3 years ago.
So certification is a very important thing for our final customers, and respecting our customers' wish, we are doing everything in our power to complete the roadmap to end the disassociation with FSC, as agreed in March 2017.
Shouldn't it be relatively easy, actually, for a company like yours to identify the culprits and to fight against this? From the little I've seen on the field and from many reports and testimonies, it seems that everybody knows what is going on and who is doing what, including the major companies who are obviously in contact with all the stakeholders and the firms and the suppliers. So how come it was so it took so long?
So I do not want to say that this is a very simple domain or field and the activities are easy to understand. I do respect a lot the people that are working in this industry. And I think that the whole activity of the industry cannot be put up under a question mark in this respect. I guess that we all have to fight against illegal logging. I guess we all have to improve our due diligence systems. I think that we, as a leader in this industry, we have to make sure that our due diligence is respected and is understood and respected by by all of our suppliers, not most of our suppliers.
Is there any estimation of how much of this non-authorized wood has been exported to the European market?
I do not want to make any speculation in this moment. I think that we should not discuss. Our business is very clearly oriented to legal wood and legal processing of the wood.
So basically now you are 100% sure that all the wood you are processing is 100% legal?
We are very confident in our colleagues and in our procedures and in our due diligence systems that can guarantee that everything that we say, we also do. I think it's very, very important to understand that in Romania are working 200,000 people in wood processing industry. And I think these people need also respect and needs also to be understood as one of the creators of the national wealth of Romania today. And I think that you understand that I'm speaking now for all the people that deserve this respect because they are working really honest in this field.
Well, some of the people that we've met were not so sure of that. There have been people who were attacked, who were beaten up. Some people died. So
Yeah, there are always the exceptions, but what I want to say is that we believe in the real wood industry, and we believe in the sustainable management of the forest, and this is what we encourage, and this is what we will do.